Coming up next on the Jeff Crilley Show, do you want to save money on your electric bill? You won't want to miss this next segment. We'll be talking to a leading expert.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
Well, I don't know about you, but I don't shop around when it comes to electric or gas. I just pay the bill. And I'm probably wrong for doing that, because when you talk to energy brokers, they can often get you a much better deal. So I have in studio right now Jeff Shoemake. He's the president of Electricity Helpers. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for inviting me, Jeffrey.
All right, let's talk about a little history lesson first, because in Texas, it wasn't the wild, wild west until about 2002.
That's right.
Okay, tell us about deregulation.
So, they wanted to get an environment that was available for choice and create competition, really. So by creating competition, there's a multiple of electric companies you can choose from. And my job is to make sure it fits with you and your usage.
And you started your company when?
18 years ago, 2007.
That's amazing. Right before the Great Recession.
Yes, sir.
But during good times and bad, people need electricity, don't they?
They always need it.
Tell us how has the industry changed since you've been in it?
Well, as the market moves, different companies come in and out of the market. And I think there's probably, I call them the top 10 that I like to do business with. And customer service, fantastic. Of course, everybody's concerned about keeping the power grid as good as it can be.
Sure.
And I think that's one of the aspects that's really getting better.
You were talking with me before the show, and you shared an analogy to an insurance broker.
Yes, sir.
Will you share it with the audience?
Yes, I'm kind of like an insurance broker for electricity. My job is to look through all of the companies that's available to your location, find the best fit, best pricing, and the best contract.
We're going to pull up his website, and as we scroll down the website, let's talk about your ideal client. I know,
yes, sir.
You work with homeowners, you work with corporations.
Yes, sir.
So a corporate account, what does that look like? Is that like a mom and pop, or is it a medium to large business?
It could be. I do small, medium, and large business, and even the public sector, like counties and cities. But they all need a broker, because electricity is difficult. Like you said, people don't understand electricity. They just pay their bill.
Sure.
And they assume that's what they need to do. Nobody understands their bill. My job is to educate them on the bill and show them the parts that we may be able to influence.
And is there always kind of hidden language in the bill?
In the contract, there can be in the larger accounts, but a lot of the language, even in the bill, as simple as it is, it's a line item. People don't understand what line item they can influence and what line item they can't.
Wow.
And so obviously my job is to educate them and make them or help them with an educated guess on their electric provider.
All right, we're going to pull some video from our library, and as we look at these pictures, I want you to talk about, why it is, because all of the electricity is coming from the same place, right?
Yes, sir.
So isn't that like tap water, and you're just putting it into 5 different bottles? It's the same electricity.
Kind of. It comes from the grid, but if you're talking about renewable. The more renewable that we can put into the grid, the less coal-burning electricity that the grid's necessary. So the less electricity they have to generate. And so that's the push for green energy right now, is to clean up the grid, if you will. That's a slow process.
Sure.
You have to get there.
And I haven't been tracking it. Have electricity rates just slowly been ticking upward?
Yeah, the last couple of 3 years especially, because supply-demand. I think we're behind the curve a little bit on generation. We kind of were relying on green energy to pull that through, and I think we need to come up with plan B on that. And I think while we'll never go back to the 10 or 15-year low of 5 years ago, I think hopefully in the next 5 years, we'll come up with a plan to lower the prices a little bit.
And just from everything you've been reading, the electricity grid looks solid for the summer?
For now, it made it through the winter, and I think we're continuing to improve that. Summer, we'll test that a little bit. As long as we can stay ahead of demand, I think we'll be okay.
I love it. So Jeff, let's, you say you have like 10 favorite electric companies that you work with. Let's talk about customer service and why you knowing these companies so well is the best thing for your customer.
Well, I want to put the customer with a great company, and customer service is one of them, right? While they rarely need to call the company for customer service because they contact me and I take care of it for them being a broker, they still need that billing component. They need adequate online access to their account. And so, we want to put them with a strong company, a good company, a customer service-driven company, and stand behind their product company. All those are things I look for in a good company.
How long have you been able to keep clients for over a decade?
I have some of my clients from my very first year, and I'm happy to say that because I think I don't want a client for 1 week or 1 month or 1 year. I want them for 10 or 15 or 20 years. And I believe if you take care of them, give them a quality product, good customer service, and a good price, they'll continue to do business with you.
Wow, drop the mic. That's a good way.
I think so.
That's a good way to end the show. We're going to end with his website as well, which is electricityhelper.com, the great Jeff Shoemake. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you, Jeff, for the invite.
You bet. That's it for now. We'll see you next time.